Let's talk about a business model that actually is sustainable and works in 2026 and beyond. Hi, my name is Joana Fatondji, and I have been a life and business coach for 10 years now. And the thing is, I started buying into a business in a box. That means I didn't start from scratch, I didn't start with my own method. I bought into the system, a licensed system created by my mentor, who is a multi-millionaire with the same system. She has put in the heavy lifting of 40 plus years researching, learning, and teaching transformational principles and applying that to your personal life and designing a elegant, proven, repeatable, reliable system of transforming your dreams into reality on all levels: spiritual, emotional, financial, relational, creative, whatever you want. So, this is the secret that I'm going to share with you: how you can make six figures and beyond if you take your expertise, your lived experiences, meaning your results, because you have results, right? You have some kind of results in your life, whether it is a body, whether it's a relationship, whether it is you have raised kids, whether it is some kind of success in these four quadrants, right? Health, relationships, work, and financial. And please, it doesn't have to be huge. It just needs to be something that it took you your blood, sweat, and tears to get out of, to get to the next level. So if you have a story like that where you can feel confident that you can show and teach this to other people, you have your business system right there. We're going to go deeper into that. So I just want to tell you that with your results, with your experiences, and with your skills, you have something that you can teach others. And I'm sure that other people are looking for solutions, because we are no longer in the creator economy where it is about influencing, just looking cute and posting your chai and your matcha and all of that. I think that's over. A lot of experts have forecasted that, and I believe that too, because people don't want to be entertained, especially now in the economic situation that the whole world is. People are looking for real life solutions, right? We have to get fitter, because in order to tackle the stress and the problems of real life, people want to get fit. If you have some solution for that, offer it, right? You get the point. The same thing about relationships. So many people are single, so many people are falling apart because there is this loneliness epidemic. People don't know how to interact with people, whether it be on a lower level or talking about sales, negotiation, collaboration, partnerships. When it comes to business, people are looking for relationship skills. Again, you get the point, right? So, number one, what are your results? What have you already created in your life that you can now transfer to someone else? Transferable skills. That's what we're talking about. Number two, experiences, right? What are your real life experiences? Maybe you've seen it online. Maybe you are also a follower of this content. Many women, especially, speak about how they overcame, whether it is narcissistic abuse, toxic relationships, how they freed themselves from some kind of dependencies in relationships. It's a spiritual, mental, psychological, and then physical separation, and then starting a new life. That is a real life experience that you can teach as a transferable skill. And number three is skill. What are the hard skills that you have learned, whether it is in corporate or maybe you've never worked in corporate, but you still have skills that create a solution for somebody. You get that, right? This system, I actually stole that system from someone else. I'm going to link her name down below. The RES, it is always the same, but she just called it that, and I want to reference it. But it's for everybody. What are your gifts, right? Again, the results you've created, the experiences you've been through and mastered, and the skills you have gained. When you have those three things in alignment, you have your $1,000,000 story, because you have created something from chaos, right? There was chaos, insecurity, no clarity, some kind of mess, and you've gone on this hero's journey to actually find the solution to solve your own problems, and now you're standing on the other side of it. So this is the formula. And when I talk about this formula, that is the building blocks of your business. But then we continue. The system that I'm talking about is you actually being able to communicate your perfect clients' wants, needs, desires, what they're looking for, and then inviting them into the system, meaning buying from you, right? You're not going to give away all of your knowledge for free, just a little bit. You're giving a little bit away because you want to show that you are actually the person that has overcome these things. And then you invite people into buying your products, your solutions. Yeah, that is where we are going with this economy. So I want to give you a system of, let's say, 3 offers, 3 to maximum 4 offers. It's high level because, as I said, I entered the whole industry buying into a multi-million-dollar system already. That means I got the license to teach one signature program. This is my Dream Builder system. The Dream Builder system helps you to design your dream life, to learn new skills, to overcome the gap between your current life to the life you want to live. And it helps you to actually sustain the life that you're building. We're not building on shaky grounds. It is spiritual work, mental work, emotional work, and then the physical system, right? Because all 4 layers are important in order for you to actually build this business model and sustain it. Okay, so this is what I teach in my Dream Builder program, the license program that is a proven, repeatable, reliable system of transformation that I learned and got trained in by my mentor. The second program that I offer and that you can create too is a more extensive program. It's a 6 months program, and it focuses on one specific topic at a time. In my case, it is intention, transformation, manifestation. It's really about learning the dynamics and the intricates of what it means to set an intention and then to be ready for the transformation. Because transformation, to be honest, it is always about a death for a rebirth, right? That is the definition of transformation. A death for rebirth. What does that mean? Something in your life always has to go, yeah, in order for the new to come in. And then that's the manifestation of the intention, right? It's about process. We're talking about process. And we're talking about these 3 steps, the process of intention, transformation, manifestation in the areas of health, relationships, and abundance. Abundance definitely includes money, but it's not only money. Money is a part of abundance. Okay, so this is what happens in my 6 months container, is where you will again create a blueprint for your life, and then we will transform all of the areas in your life and keep it there. Again, a very, very important part of what I am telling you is not only to build it, but also to sustain it. And in order to sustain it, you have to have a strong foundation. And the strong foundation is built again on spiritual law and psychological knowledge, meaning learning how to have like mental hygiene and also how to create boundaries, right? To self preserve yourself, and also how to go out into the world without being distracted. Very simple things like that. So this is what happens in my second container. And then I have a year-long container where all of these principles flow into, and there are two more programs where it's really working with the mind, like high level mental training called Into Your Genius, where you learn to work with the different faculties of your mind in order, again, to create and sustain a life of abundance and a business that works like that. And also another program where it's really about the spiritual laws, the laws of the universe. It's called working with the law, right? Like really understanding the dynamics of spiritual law applied to real life. No woo woo stuff, but applied to real life in order to create real life results. Okay, with that being said, again, you, just like me, will create one signature program where it's about your personal expertise. Again, a result that you've already created in your life. For me, it is building a six-figure business. A result that you have created, right? Getting out of debt, losing weight, learning how to deal with your kids, anything. Yeah. So, what is your result? What is your experience? What was your process? How did you get from this old chaos to the result that you are now creating? And what is the skill? Like, what are the skills that you've learned? Whether it is, again, mental, right? Learning how to focus, learning how to organize yourself, how to regulate your nervous system. This is what everybody's talking about. Like, what are the skills that you've learned? Again, it can also be corporate skills, right? Something real. Good. This is what you're going to build your signature program around. What is the thing that you can help people get from point A to point B? As I said, the Dream Builder program that I use is helping people actually get a crystal clear vision for the life that they want to create in all areas of life, right? Health, relationship, career, and money before we just branch out and create something. Because let me tell you something, many people think it's a little wishy washy, but it's not. Before you endeavor to go out into this life, into this online space, create something sustainable, it is important for you to have a holistic life vision, not only for your business, because you, your energy, your self leadership, your marketing, and your business system, your enrollment is gonna depend on the bigger life vision that you have. I hope that's clear. I'm going to break it down more and more into depth in the following videos. Okay. So, what is something that you know that you can confidently say you can take people from A to B? This is what you have mastered in life. And I really want to invite you to sit with this. When this video stops, sit with it, get your journal out and write it down, because most of the time we are running and running and running after the carrot, right? Like we always think that there's more to do and more to gain, and in some imaginary future we will actually sit down and realize what we've already accomplished. But this is exactly where the gold lies. The gold lies in you taking the time now to sit down and then think about what you have already accomplished. Again, your journey from A to B. What have you mastered? All of the results in life, right? All of the things that you've already really created for yourself. Okay? That is going to be your signature program. The next, what I just explained, the 6 month or the year long thing, you don't have to think about that now, but this is how the journey continues. And I will speak more on that depending on where my followers are at their journey, on their journey. Okay. So, very, very important. This is the business model that is going to dominate in 2026 and beyond, because it has been the business model of the multi-million-dollar coaches, trainers, and people who have been in the industry for a long time. That is the business model. As I said, I have been using this business model for over 10 years now. And another secret I'm going to give to you is really to create the signature program, and then to really focus on your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? Who is looking for your solution? And then you create a, whether it is a masterclass or a workshop, and a sales system. This is something that I'm going to focus on this year as well, because my expertise coming from corporate and also in other areas of life is sales, is to dare to help people make the decision to actually buy into your solution. That is literally what sales is about, is to show up and say, okay, how can I help you get the necessary information that you need, and get for you to get clear on what it is that you want, what is blocking you. Here's the solution. Come pay me the money, and I'm going to share with you how you can create the solution for yourself. And I want you to do that too. To create, again, to create your ideal client. Who are you serving? And I believe that you will only get very clear on who you're serving when you realize what your results are, what your experiences are, and what your skills are. Okay. This is going to be part of the signature program, your ideal client, and then the enrollment process, right? How you actually enroll people into your solution, people that are looking for you, people that want to buy from you, and people who want what you have. Okay. So you create the ideal client, you create a sales system, and you can also create a, let's call it, one to many sales system, which is the masterclass or the workshop. We're going to talk about all of that. Ideal client, masterclass, workshop, sales system, enrollment system. It's like inviting people into your solution, and then you're gonna create the container, the, whether it is an online space like school or other platforms that host your information that people can access. It could also be an app. I don't know too much about apps. I have worked with online platforms up until now. It has proven me right. So, this is where you're going to host all of your content, the teachings on how you help people create the solution to their problem. Okay. And then from there, we can continue to build new and more premium, more extensive help, maybe one on one, more in person, more hands on from you. These are things that happen in the next league and the next league and the premium prices or more bigger containers where you can help people, yeah, create even more or deeper transformation. So, with that being said, I just wanted to introduce you to the system. Yeah. And what is really on my heart, to be really, really honest, is that I see so many, especially like female entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs, women who have all these internal gifts, right? Maybe a mindset that has changed your life, maybe a way to work with your emotions that has changed your life, maybe understanding spiritual principle that has changed your life, all really practical, down to earth things. But instead of just sharing the information and hoping that it will stick like spaghetti on the wall, I want you to understand what you really need is a system. Again, the system is ideal client enrollment system, workshop system, signature program, where you actually help people get the structure and the system of support that they need in order to go from A to B, to walk through their own transformation. And then when you are in that container and you help people get from A to B through your system, this is where you have created your money making machine. Okay, so no longer posting content just to look cute or just to be online, but actually to speak directly to your client and invite them into your world because you have something to sell, and really overcoming the fear of selling, because selling is serving. This is what I stand for. Selling is serving, because as I said, selling is making the person buy into a solution for their own problem. Okay. And you're the one providing the solution. So that's it for now. If you want to have more knowledge around systems, around building a workshop, around building a sales system, around speaking to your ideal client, around building your signature program, stay tuned. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. Let's stay here together, because all throughout 2026 we will be building six figures and beyond. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.